Hey everyone, welcome back to 99 Bitcoins. In this video, I want to talk about what's happening tomorrow. And if you are watching this video at a later date, it probably will already be kind of in the forefront of the news because the markets are reacting. So let's talk about Bitcoin right now. And as we've seen the potential for a Fed rate cut in the United States, as the Federal Reserve looks to lower those interest rates, we'll see kind of what's happening with Bitcoin right now. So let's get down into it. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button. Please subscribe down below. Join us and let's talk some crypto. Okay, so as we get into it, guys, this is going to be something where we want to talk about not just 94,000, but we're also going to talk about the anticipation of what this could mean moving forward, okay? And as we get into it, guys, none of this is financial advice. Always be sure to do your own research and due diligence. But as you see a sea of green, okay? With the exception of Knight having a little bit of a sell-off there, I do want to talk to you about Bitcoin now back over 92,000. And guys, as we do navigate the crypto markets, please remember that nothing I say in this video is financial advice. Always be sure to do what's best for you financially and make sure to do your own research and due diligence, okay? But Bitcoin right now, 92.2. We can look at Ethereum now back over 3,300. It's only a 2% move, but I think a lot of times people lose track of the thought that Bitcoin moving 2%, that's multi-trillion dollars just currently in the balance. And it's been a nice pump as we've seen in the daytime, getting over 89K, back above that $90,000 threshold. So we'll see what happens. Not saying that Bitcoin can reach 125. A lot of analysts and people that do talk crypto are envisioning Bitcoin eventually hitting 250,000 this year, okay? I've heard it all, and I will tell you guys the honest truth. Nobody has the crystal ball that we all covet within our crypto trading, okay? So keep that in mind. And as we do navigate what's actually going to happen, I want to kind of talk about a pre-sale right now that does spin off of the Bitcoin conversation. Okay, so if you guys are familiar with meme coins, with Pepe, this is kind of commingling the both of those worlds, as this is the fastest Bitcoin layer 2 chain that Bitcoin Hyper is claiming. All right, so if you guys are looking for a meme coin pre-sale, like I said, this is a spin off of Bitcoin and Pepe. For what I do in these pre-sales, they're always kind of more so lottery tickets. I don't expect all of them to win, but some of them do end up turning out all right. And that's kind of the goal. For me personally, you guys do what's best for you. I'm not going to tell you to buy or sell crypto, just passing along Bitcoin Hyper as they have raised over 29 million in their pre-sale. And right now, the price before the next increase is at 0.0134. Okay, so if you are looking to get any Hyper tokens, there will be a link down below in the description. Make sure you check out their FAQs, white paper, do all your due diligence before getting involved. And I do recommend, if you do buy into this pre-sale, follow them on X and join the Telegram for all the news updates and how to claim your tokens, so on and so forth, okay? But very easy to buy this crypto. You can use a Best Wallet, Wallet Connect, MetaMask, and or Base Wallet. If you don't have a Best Wallet, there will be a link down below for that as well, okay? But what actually is going to happen, okay? Like I said, nobody has that crystal ball. However, we did touch 94,000 in the short moments as the U.S. crypto markets have taken a quick turn. Now, historically, for me, sometimes these can precede a rally, and other times it's always a buy the rumor, sell the news event that ultimately leads to a dump following a couple of days after those rate cuts, okay? I do trade on leverage a lot. I do use that tool for my crypto trading, and I will tell you guys, there's a lot of bullish volatility within those markets relative to whichever crypto you find, okay? So that's always a good sign for me. It's kind of a way to gauge the markets for me personally. I get a good pace and feel on where it's headed and kind of how the tempo is, I guess you would say, within the leverage trading world, okay? But right now, as we do see Bitcoin kind of making a move, you have to kind of look also into the precious metals. Silver climbed to fresh highs above $60 per ounce. Also, we can look into some of these stocks remaining flat, okay, which is kind of a nice thing to see in some form or fashion. I think that personally, there's going to be a cap for Bitcoin, and I mean that in a bottom sense, okay? There's going to be a floor, and that being said, that's how I'm treating it. And obviously within crypto trading and trading in general, very hard to time the bottoms. That's always why I look to dollar cost average and use my experience to kind of navigate those waters without kind of overexposing myself in case we just continue on a trend like we saw back in 2022. All right, but there was no single obvious catalyst for this quick move higher outside of the change in pattern, kind of looking at sellers exhausting that bearish momentum. And I think that also the market capitulation for the bears happened on Tuesday as well, with the Standard Chartered bull slashing his Geoff Kendrick slashing his outlook for the price of Bitcoin for the next several years. Okay, now also the Coinbase Bitcoin Premium that does show the Bitcoin spot price difference on the US centric exchanges for Coinbase and offshore Binance, that turned positive over the past few days, which also will signal the U.S. investor demand making a comeback. Now, we've seen this play out a lot where we have seen these interest rates cut. Basically, the United States starts pumping into crypto, and then overseas starts dumping, and kind of starting a little trade battle between the bears and the bulls. So I'll tell you two things to kind of get out of here. First, nothing really got us in this position, okay? There was no real catalyst or macro trends or threats out there that was ultimately leading from Bitcoin to go from 120 down to 85,000, down even below that. That just kind of happened on its own, okay? Some people call it a healthy correction. But for a multi-trillion-dollar asset, it does have some trickle-down effect. But also, for as easy as it was to kind of come back, I think that the come up would also be easy if we're going to talk about the other side of that argument. So that's what I got for you guys. I wanted to just shed some light. It is expected to be 25 basis points, okay? And that would be the interest rate cut, highly anticipated by a lot of the market participants, as well as a lot of economists out there that are projecting what the Federal Reserve will do to the United States interest rate. So that's what I got. Leave a comment down below. Will you think that this is just going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event, or do you see Bitcoin making a strong comeback if we do get this positive news that everybody is forecasting for tomorrow? Okay, appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe down below, and remember to check out Bitcoin Hyper. That link will be down below in the description as well, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.